So great. We are already connected to YouTube Live. So without wasting much further ado, I was asking a question: who among us has never ever used or interacted with Bitcoin? I wanted us to start from there. Who among us in this Zoom has never interacted with Bitcoin? And also, I'll give you a few minutes. If you have a group of people who you'd like for them to join in, you can also share. You can also share this link with them. If this is your first time, or maybe you've never interacted with Bitcoin, just drop on the chat room. Just say maybe I've never traded. I can see Dr. Andrew Neho. Of course, he's saying he's never interacted with Bitcoin. Today we'll be talking about. And I want to touch on something Kev says also. He has never interacted with Bitcoin. Of course, why we do Bitcoin 101 is just to help you, especially get into the space the right way. I think some of us, and it's good, Luis has joined us all the way from Kampala. He's doing some blockchain meetings over there. We started Decrypt, of course, with Louis sometimes back, and our main goal at Decrypt is crypto education. This is what we really do feel. People lack information. That's why most of us even end up losing our hard-earned money, because you can follow pumps, you can follow dumps, and at the end of it all, you get wrecked. So before we go to crypto custody, because of course, I've seen also Make Munene is saying be into Forex, but not crypto. So he's never also traded Bitcoin. It's good. It's good. Now, I know most of us have seen what has happened in the last few months. And by few months, I mean from September last year, where Bitcoin was below, I think, around $12,000. And it has created another all-time high since 2017 to $59,000 in like only 2 months. And of course, if you look at what is happening currently, is that we've now moved from people not talking about Bitcoin to now mainstream media talking about Bitcoin. And I want to share with you a chart I saw some times back on how really crypto markets usually work. And these are some of the things that if you get to understand how these works, you always stay safe. I always say, of course, you don't want to follow a pump or a dump, because if you do that, you're gonna lose your hard-earned money, and of course, it's not good at all. It's not good at all. So allow me just number one to share my screen and I show you the price of Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin today, the price of Bitcoin today. And then what I'm sharing with you today is not a very long presentation. I just want to show you some stuff. So today, if you want to go to the market and buy one full Bitcoin, you need around $47,120 dollars, $47,140. It's live, so it keep on changing. It's good for you to know that I knew Bitcoin in 2010. First time, I was laughing with my buddy the other time when he told me about Bitcoin in 2010. It was around 9 cents of a dollar. And I told him this is illegal money. This is illegal money, because we were searching something on the dark web, some design work. We were doing design work. So basically, of course, I forgo 2013. I saw Bitcoin again at $80. I could not get somewhere to purchase some. And I think I came to really research on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency from 2016, 2017, and back then I've never ever looked back. So if you look at this price, I was talking about Bitcoin has moved from below $10,000 September to today we are at $47,160 if you want to buy one full Bitcoin. Now, allow me to share with you a chart that will help you control your emotions, especially if this is the first time you're coming into the cryptocurrency space. So just 1 second, allow me to share these, because it's gonna help you really understand that crypto markets have cycles that happen each and every other time. And if you don't really take care of your emotions, you might end up getting wrecked. We always say you might end up getting wrecked. you might end up losing all your hard-earned money. That's what I mean by getting right. So before we go to crypto custody, let me just share with you something here, and then you can just see what is happening and why it's happening currently. So basically, I hope you can see that. I hope you can see that. And any market has these stages in a market, especially stocks. I'll show you three also charts that also show these. And every market go through these charts. Okay, so it has a steep phase, it has awareness phase, mania phase, and blow off phase. Blow off phase. Of course, on my left side is valuation, and under here we have what we call time. We have time. And of course, during the steep phase, this is where smart money comes in. Smart money. I usually say this is where you will find believers of something that when the rest of the world does not believe in it at all. Innovators and more so innovators and innovators and angel investors, people who look into getting into risks when every person is running away or not thinking about it. And after takeoff, we have institutional investors pumping money into any space, any investment. Institutional investors, of course, they are watching the steep phase, and during awareness phase, this is where we have the first bear trap. Bear is when the market is going down, and a lot of investors here, they put in a lot of money. And then from there, we have what we call mania phase. Mania phase number one comes from what? Media attention. I'm sure you've observed that recently, CNN, CNBC, all these BBC, all these big media, international media companies or broadcasts, they are talking about Bitcoin each and every other time. In fact, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine in the morning, and he was telling me today, BBC, there's someone who was discussing about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And of course, after media, we have now enthusiasm, where everybody in this particular, can you mute yourself if you just come on board? So enthusiasm is where now everybody is like talking about Bitcoin. Even people who I told Bitcoin when it was 3,300, they are calling me, asking me about Bitcoin and how they can get Bitcoin. Of course, there's a lot of emotions coming on board. And now, of course, after that is the public. And whenever public comes in, what happens is greed is the next emotion that comes, delusion, and new paradigm. Everybody is making money. Both Bitcoin, altcoins, and shitcoins, all of them are pumping, and everybody is happy. And then, of course, when the market starts to decline a little bit, there's a little bit denial, and we have another bull trap. Then everything returns to normal because the chart starts going up again, and then fear, calculation, desperation. And you find a lot of people who follow pumps and dumps. They usually despair and offset their assets at the wrong time at a loss. But if you look when people are desperate, that's when again smart money, institution money, if you look at this chart, that's when they put in their money. So they have studied the market and they know this what happens. Now, if you check after media attention, this chart from here onwards, all that is emotions. Emotions. And I tell people, if you're coming to the cryptocurrency space, you're gonna control your emotions. I want just to show you a similar chart of what I've just shown you right now, so that you can really understand from where I'm coming from, So allow me to share again my screen. Let me just mute whoever is not muted. Okay, great. So allow me to share my screen again so that I can show you that all markets are predictable, and all markets at times they happen to follow the same cycle. Since time immemorial, since time immemorial. So allow me to share another screen here before we go to today's topic. Okay, let's go. So I hope you can see that again. And I want everybody just to watch and see that those charts are the same. Those charts are the same. Now, in 1929, we had the first bubble. It was a stock bubble. And of course, I was discussing the chart without showing you now real events that have happened. Now I'm showing you the bubbles that have happened and how a lot of people made money and some of the people lost their hand and wealth. So of course, you can see in 1929 there was a stock bubble. This was the first time we had the first crash, market crash in 1929. And you can see, of course, what I discussed before we started. We had still face awareness, mania phase, and blow phase. And you can see the green chart. This is what happened. This is what happened in 1929. Again, if you come to 2000 dot-com bubble, I'm sure a lot of us have heard of dot-com bubble. What happened again? Still face awareness, mania, and blow phase. The black bit part of this graph is what happened. And you can see all of them are almost similar. Now, we all have heard that in 2017, Bitcoin also went to an all-time high of 19,686, but came crashing again in 2018 to 3,200. What happened? Look at that chart. Same thing, take off, sell off, media attention, enthusiasm, public greed, enter delusion, new paradigm denial, bull trap, return to normal, fear, and Bitcoin came crashing. You can see all those charts are similar. Why am I sharing this? Because we've entered Bitcoin bull run, and the same thing is gonna happen. The same thing gonna happen. So for any person who has not yet entered this rabbit hole, we call it rabbit hole. It's good for you to notice that markets usually like follow a certain pattern. Markets always follow a certain pattern. It doesn't matter whether it was in 1929 or 2000 or 2017 or what is happening right now in 2021, 2022 with Bitcoin bull run. So today's topic is, of course, if you've never interacted with Bitcoin, we all know that I want to share with you about crypto custody, because a lot of people will want to get into this rabbit hole right now because of they are following what we are at what media attention and enthusiasm. Everybody's talking about Bitcoin currency, mainstream media. So after that, what will happen is greed. So how do you get to store your cryptocurrencies safe? So allow me to share my screen so that we can get started. I won't take a whole lot of time. Take as much notes as you can also. If you have any question, my partner Louis is there. You can be dropping any question you have on the chat room. He'll be able to share with you, answer you. And also, Louis, if you don't mind, you can also share our Telegram channel so that any person who would want, of course, to see what we do each and every other day through crypto market analysis, you can also join our Telegram channel. So, Louis, if you can do that on the chat as I'm sharing my screen, I would really appreciate it. So this is today's topic. Today's topic: cryptocurrency custody and wallet software. And of course, you can see it's good to know that cryptocurrencies don't have a physical form. They don't have a physical form, unlike government-issued bills and coins that you keep in your wallet or purse. It's good to know that cryptocurrency, the word crypto comes from encryption, which means coding. So basically what you're dealing with is something virtual or digital. It doesn't have a physical form, but of course it's in existence. So since they are digital currencies, they exist and operate through IT technology, and they are stored in digital form called cryptocurrency wallets. So for people who are new today, where you store your digital assets or digital wealth is in cryptocurrency wallet. A cryptocurrency wallet is a software application to facilitate storage, receiving, and sending digital assets that the wallet supports. So different wallets support different types of cryptocurrencies. And of course, as we go on and on, you'll be learning more through our Bitcoin 101. So it works very much like a bank account. And this is why I usually tell people when you get into the cryptocurrency space, you become your own custodian. You don't give a third party your wealth to keep for you. You are your own custodian. So it works like a bank account where you keep track of your funds in different currencies. You become your own custodian. So of course, it's good to know there are different variations of cryptocurrency wallets, ranging from enterprise grade vault storage to end user wallet apps. So what is crypto custody? What is crypto custody? Because I think with institutional investors coming on board, you'll get to hear a lot of people talking about crypto custody. And it's good at least you've joined this webinar today because you learn another great thing that you say, not your private keys, not your Bitcoin. And this is the reason that's why today I wanted to discuss about crypto custody. So of course, crypto custody solutions are storage and security vault systems used to hold large quantities of digital currencies and tokens. Crypto custody solutions are one of the latest innovations in the fintech market, and they are the herald of institutional capital entry into blockchain industry. Crypto custody was not there for the last almost, I think, 10 years. It started becoming more and more popular with institutional investors pumping in a lot of money. With institutional investors pumping in a lot of money. So, of course, the utility of cryptocurrency custody lies in the safeguarding of cryptocurrency assets. Private keys used to conduct transactions or access crypto holdings are complex and combination of alphanumericals. If you are new, we can talk again a lot about what are crypto wallets and stuff. And then they are challenging to remember and can be stolen or hacked. This is one of the major setbacks or risks of cryptocurrency because number one, you're holding something that it can be stolen or hacked depending on how you are storing them, and that's why today we are talking about crypto custody. Online wallets are potential solution, but they have always proven susceptible to hacks. You've heard of stories maybe of people who have their wallets hacked and their bitcoins or their assets gone. So of course, these how safe is open wallet crypto custody software? Open wallet cryptocurrency custody software facilitates the storage, transaction, and security services for cryptocurrencies. Open wallet is an excellent solution for institutional holders, such as hedge funds and cryptocurrency exchanges who hold large amount of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Of course, you're asking yourself, why am I talking about crypto custody? And yet, hedge funds and institutional investors just started coming on board since 2018. I'm talking about this because a lot will happen in the next few years. And as you see banks coming on board and claiming and asking SEC to give them access or to give them permission to do crypto custody, as a human being, we've always been told money is safer when we keep it in a bank. So I'm sure also, as you're coming to the cryptocurrency space, you'll feel or think my Bitcoins are safer if I put them in a third party custodian. Are you together today? So this is the reason that's why I wanted just to discuss about crypto custody, and of course I'll be sharing with you the some of the challenges that you can really get if you don't have your private keys with you. Private keys with you. So of course the solution incorporates a hybrid of multi-layer hot, warm, and cold storage. I'll be talking of types of wallets. So we know crypto custody is where big institutional investors come on board and they give their institutional, they give their bitcoins for custody by cryptocurrency custodian people. If you have your mic not muted, can you mute it? So as we go on, let me just mute whoever is there. Someone who have their mic not mute. Sorry about that. So let's make sure once you join in, at least you have your mic muted so that we don't really interrupt the session. So moving on swiftly, of course, um, I'll be talking about cold and hot wallet, but I want to highlight something else. What about crypto wallet applications? Because these are some of the things you need to know. Okay, while crypto custody is a solution to keep institution funds safe and sound, which for me I don't think it's true because not your private key is not your Bitcoin. You should keep your Bitcoins. You don't need a custody to hold them for you. The crypto wallets are apps for institutional customers to access funds. And we have different types of wallets. We have number one, the web wallet. A web wallet is a cryptocurrency wallet that exists online. The user can access it through a web browser or internet connected app. And the private key for storage is either held by a custodian, which again I say it's not that good, or it's encrypted behind a user's password. Now, we have another type of wallet, what we call a mobile wallet. A mobile wallet apps are some of the most common types of cryptocurrency wallets out there today. You can find them both in iOS or Android, and they are some of the great options to choose from. Example, Exodus. Mobile wallets are very similar to web wallets, except one crucial difference. The private key is only stored to the user's mobile phone. So when you have a mobile wallet, you are your own custodian. We also have what we call desktop wallet. It functions almost identical to the mobile wallet. The private keys are stored locally on your computer, so you have control of your funds. Your funds are safe with you. The user can access the wallet whether he has internet connection or not. Yes, some of the wallets enable you to access your assets without even having to have internet connection. The difference between mobile wallets and desktop wallets is that generally speaking, desktop wallets tend to be more advanced, like Electron. They tend to come with more technically complicated features that can increase privacy or allow more flexibility when signing transactions. So three types of wallets: web wallets, mobile wallets, and then desktop wallets. So now, in summary, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? I hope we all can see that. So, what is a crypto wallet? A crypto wallet is a tool that you can use to interact with the blockchain network, and there are various types of wallet types which can be divided into three groups. I've talked about software, we have hardware, and we have paper wallets. So there are three types of crypto wallets, especially right now if you are new and you want to come on board into the cryptocurrency space. There are different types of cryptocurrency wallets. So we have a software, we have a hardware, and we have paper wallets. I'm giving you examples. So depending on their work mechanism, they are also referred as hot or cold wallets. So I hope you're taking notes. So depending on how they work, we refer these to crypto wallets into two things. We have a hot wallet and a cold wallet. Now, the majority of crypto wallet providers are based on software, which makes their use more convenient than hardware wallets. However, hardware wallets tend to be more secure, again, security alternative. So if you have a whole lot of Bitcoin, it's better for you to keep them in a hardware wallet. And of course, we have what a paper wallet, on the other hand, consists of a wallet printed out on a piece of paper, but their use is now deemed as obsolete and unreliable. I remember when I came back in 2018, a friend of mine who we used to stay in the same apartment in Canada called me one day. He used to have these two dogs called Chihuahuas. So one day he called me and he told me, my dog ate my Bitcoins. So I thought he was joking because he said, my dog ate my Bitcoin. So I remember back then we were testing how to use a paper wallet. So what he did is that he printed the security on a paper wallet, left it there, and the dog came and started playing with the paper. It tore that paper out. I think he had 0.02 Bitcoins back then. And you see, if he had not saved a copy of that, it means all his Bitcoins were gone, lost completely. Those are some of the things you really need to understand when you're keeping your crypto, of course, for yourself. Let me mute another person. I think there are two more people who came on board and they are not muted. So moving on swiftly, how do cryptocurrencies wallet works? Of course, contrary to the popular belief, crypto wallets don't truly store cryptocurrencies. Instead, they provide tools required to interact with blockchain. In other terms, these wallets can generate the necessary information to send and receive cryptocurrencies via blockchain transactions. Among other things, such information consists of one or more pairs of public and private key. They get what? They consist of two things, public and private key. Public and private key. Now, the wallets also include an address, which is an alphanumeric identifier that is generated based on the public and private key. Now, for people who use mobile money transfer, this address is like your phone number when you're sending people money. When you're sending people money. So such an address is, in essence, a specific location on the blockchain to which coins can be sent to. This means you can share your address with others to receive funds, but you should never disclose your private key to anybody. Listen to this. You want to store your digital assets safe? Private key. That's what it's called, a private key. It's yours to keep and to never ever share it with anybody. Never ever share it with anybody. And of course, it's good also I share with you that I think I was sharing with Louis the other day. There was a time I had some cryptos. I had bought some cryptos, and I happened to forget my private key. And today those cryptos are gone. In fact, we were just laughing with Louis because I was telling him, I think some of us have learned this space the hard way, baptized by fire. Private key consists of most of the time 12 words, phrases that you need to keep them very safe, especially when you're opening a wallet. So at some point, I opened a wallet, I think bank wallet. I bought some cryptos there, and I literally can't remember where I put my private key. And of course, I told Louis, of course, this can be a lesson for another person. So whenever I meet people, I tell them, if you're opening a crypto wallet, please keep your private keys very safe. I'm a good example of somebody who has lost cryptocurrency because of forgetting my private key in one of the wallets. So the private key gives you access to your cryptocurrency regardless of which wallet you use. So even if your computer or smartphone gets compromised, and I can talk about this again, there's a time my phone was snatched from my hand, and I had blockchain wallet. It had a few cryptos in it. I just went to town, bought another phone, and because I had my private key, I was able to get my bitcoins back. But if I didn't have those private keys, I could not have access to my bitcoins. So it's good, don't just go online and download just any wallet. It's good to ask or do your own research. If you don't know how to even generate your private key, just ask somebody. Ask somebody which is the best wallet can I download? How can I store it? How can I access it? Maybe in one of these sessions, we can see how we can also show you how to really download safely a wallet, secure it, and also how to transact. I think one of these Saturdays during our Bitcoin 101, we can do that session. Now, you can still access your funds on another device as long as you have the corresponding private key. So if I didn't have corresponding private key of my previous wallet, or what we call a seed phrase, my Bitcoins will have gone. I'll have lost my Bitcoins, like what happened with the other cryptocurrency I got, and I forgot what? I cannot really recall where I put my private key or my seed phrase. So note that coins never truly leave your blockchain. They are just transferred from one address to another. So coins never truly leave the blockchain. They are only transferred from one wallet to another. They are only transferred from one wallet to another. So of course, I talked about there are two kind of wallets, and we have a hot wallet and we have a cold wallet. Now, what is this? Uh, is it? Okay. Apologies for this. I have to keep on muting people who are coming in. I have to keep on muting them. I'm almost done. Today's session wasn't that long. So of course, what is a hot wallet? A hot wallet is any wallet that is connected somehow to the internet. So if you have a wallet downloaded on your phone, if you have a wallet downloaded on your phone, that is what? A hot wallet. And you can send bitcoins, you can receive bitcoins because it's what? It's connected to the internet. Now, a cold wallet, on the other hand, have no connection to the internet. Now, if you download it, or if you have a wallet that is physical, and I'll be showing you types of those wallets. That's something that is not connected directly to the internet. It's called a cold wallet. You only use these as a physical medium to store the keys offline. You store your key offline. One of the beautiful things about having cold wallets is that they make them resistant to online hacking attempts. Because if your wallet is hot wallet and it's connected to the internet, especially if you're using public Wi-Fi, and this is one of the things I tell people, if you are dealing with cryptocurrency, avoid using public Wi-Fi. It's one of the ways that your wallet can be hacked because somebody can really access your IP address and you can have all your Bitcoin gone within seconds. So avoid using public Wi-Fi when you're dealing with cryptocurrency transactions. Use your home Wi-Fi, use your data connected Wi-Fi. Of course, you'll be safeguarding your assets. Cold wallets tend to be much safer alternatives of storing your coins. And this is something I'll also say. If you're a long-term holder, what we call investor or who we call hodlers, because I tell people, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space is not a get rich quick kind of scheme. In fact, yesterday I had a session with some lawyers and I was telling them, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space can be a uh, get to lose all your money faster scheme instead of get rich quick scheme. Most scams come in the name of Bitcoin. They just come to show you how you can become a millionaire in dollars in the next 1 year or in the next 6 months in the name of Bitcoin. But remember, this is an asset. An asset, just like any other market, you don't buy today and you sell tomorrow as an investor. You have to give it time for it to mature and also gradually grow in terms of value. Everything is all about timing. I was telling people when Bitcoin was below 10,000, if you met me back then, I would tell you straight up, can you buy Bitcoin and hold it? Hold it for a long time. Hold it for a long time. So also it's good to know that as a way of to protect funds. Of course, I'll share these some of the notes that Binance Academy offers for people who are new in the space. So let me just share with you types of wallets. And I talked about software wallets. Number one, software wallets comes in many different types, each with its own unique characteristics. Most of them are somehow connected to the internet, which is hot wallets. The following are descriptions of most common and important types. So there are types of software wallets that you can download. And number one is a web wallet, desktop wallet, or a mobile app wallet. Now, I had mentioned about web wallet. And of course, web wallet, you can use web wallets to access blockchain through a browser. That's what it's called a web wallet, through a browser interface without having to download or install anything. I think a very good example is MetaMask. MetaMask, you can connect any of your exchanges to MetaMask and you store your cryptos there. They use what we call many web wallets now allow you to manage your own keys either entirely or through shared control via multi-signatures. I don't want to go really technical or deep. I just want to share some of these wallets. Now, the second type of software wallet is a desktop wallet. And of course, as the name implies, a desktop wallet is a software you download and execute locally on your computer. Unlike some web-based versions, desktop wallet give you full control over your keys and funds. So you are in control of your what? Your keys and your funds. Nobody is holding them. Nobody is holding them. Now, the other type of wallet is mobile wallet and functions much like the desktop counterparts, but designed specifically as a smartphone application. So it's something you download, and most of the time, they are quite convenient as they can allow you to send and receive cryptocurrencies through the use of QR codes. So if somebody sends you an invoice with a QR code, you can just scan and pay for goods and services without really having to ask for the wallet address. The other type of wallet are hardware wallets, and hardware wallets are physical. They are electronic devices that use a random number to generate RGN or to generate public and private keys. They use what we call electronic device to generate a public and private key. The keys are then stored in the device itself, which isn't connected to the internet. As much hardware storage constitutes of a type of a cold wallet, and it's deemed as the best, most secure alternatives. It deemed as the best, most secure alternative. Deemed as the best, most secure alternative. I was just meeting somebody else. So while these wallets offer higher level of security against online attacks, they may prevent risks if firmware implementation is not done properly. Also, hardware wallets tend to be less user-friendly. So of course, if you're getting a hardware wallet, it's good you get somebody to take you through how you can freely use it and access the funds. And the funds are more difficult to access when it's compared to a hot wallet. This is something you should also note, that if you have some bitcoins and you want to store them in a cold wallet or what we call a hardware wallet, just get tutorials or get somebody to help you also really get to know how to use it and access it. Now, from there, we talk about you should always consider using a hardware wallet if you plan to hold your crypto for long term. I always tell people, if you come to the cryptocurrency space, think long term. Think long term. This is not a get rich quick scheme. So if you intend to hold your cryptos for long term, hardware wallet is the best. And if you're holding also large amounts of cryptocurrency. Currently, most hardware wallets allow you to set up a PIN code to protect your device as well as recovery phrase, which can be used in case the wallet is lost. So at least they have really improved in terms of accessing your cryptos, because I think there's a gentleman who tries to crack a wallet. I think he has only two attempts left. And if he messes up with the two attempts, his 7,500 bitcoins are gone just like that. The other type of wallet is called a paper wallet, and a paper wallet is a piece of paper on which crypto addresses and address and its private key are physically printed out in form of a QR code. These codes can then be scanned to execute cryptocurrency transactions. Very easy, and also they are good because I think you have them offline most of the time. Some paper wallets, websites allow you to download their code to generate new addresses, and the keys while being offline, such that these wallets are highly resistant to online hacking attacks and may be considered an alternative to cold wallet. So of course, to finish up, the importance of backups. Losing access to your cryptocurrency wallet can be quite costly. I've told you I've lost some cryptos because I lost my seed phrase. So it's important to back them up regularly. So it's always good to keep on backing up your seed phrase. In many cases, this is achieved by simply backing up your wallet. It's simply achieved by backing up your wallet, file, or seed phrase. Essentially, a seed phrase works like a root key that generates or gives access to all keys addresses in a crypto wallet. Also, if you opted for the password encryption, remember to back up your password as well. So Closing thoughts. Closing thoughts is that crypto wallets are an integral part of using Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. They are one of the basic pieces of infrastructure that makes it possible to send and receive funds through blockchain networks. Each wallet type has its advantage and disadvantage. So it's crucial to understand how they work before moving your funds. And I think this is the reason as why Decrypt Edge we are here, and the reason as to why most of the time we educate people on ways to also keep your wallet safe. On which wallet can you download, how safely can you really like keep your funds safe. And there's only one statement I was looking for that I wanted to close my presentation with. I can't remember where I saw it. Bye-bye, it's here. And the statement I'm gonna close with is that not your keys, not your cryptos. I've talked about two things. There's a public key that you share when you want to receive Bitcoin. There's a private key, which we are calling a seed phrase. So if you give your cryptos to somebody, they have the private keys. So that is not your Bitcoin. If you're not the custodian of the Bitcoins you have in your name, if you don't have access to the private keys, those are not your Bitcoin. So not your keys, not your Bitcoin. That is my parting shot for today. I hope you're finding value in what you're sharing. So I want to pass this mic to Louis. Louis, are you there? Louis, are you there? Currently is in Kampala, and I think there we still have issues with the internet since the day of election. I think accessing internet there at times is crazy at the moment. So let me try to chat him on WhatsApp to see whether he can come and share with us the news. Just 1 second before we call it a day. So Louis, are you back? As you're waiting for Louis to come back, of course, I can see a few questions over here. Let me see. Louis has been answering some of the questions here. Okay. The first question was, okay. Kunal is asking, can you have a desktop wallet that is also linked to your mobile? Yes, you can. Like blockchain wallet allows you to connect both web and the phone wallet. So you can access your funds when they are on blockchain wallet, either from the web, which is blockchain on the desktop, or you can access them also on your phone. So it's possible, yes, Kunal, it's possible for you to have both a web and a mobile wallet connected together. So I can see Louis is joining in. So let me look for another question. Matthew asks, is the private key similar to the password that you create to log into your wallet, or is it different? Private key is different because most of the time you'll notice, like if you're downloading, for example, a blockchain wallet, you'll have the first when you're indicating your email, when you're creating your wallet, you have the password. Please keep that straight, number one. Also, it will ask you for what? Your PIN to access your wallet. The other thing now you'll go and generate is what we call a seed phrase or a private key. That is done after you have created a wallet, and it's totally different from the password, and it's totally different from the PIN number you put over there. I'm just giving an example of blockchain. So I can see Louis is back. So let me just give the hosting rights to Louis so that he can tell us what has been happening in the space the whole of this week, as I'm also answering the questions that you have on the chat room. So Louis, welcome back and take it away.
Thank you, Lawrence. I hope you can hear me, and apologies for the mishap. There's a lot of internet disconnection here, lots of government control. That's why we are talking about money, about freedom of money, and there are some things you have to go through. So thank you very much. It was a very insightful session. I think I hope you're all taking notes. I hope you're all learning as we go by. It's our passion and it's actually a joy that you all get the basic understanding of all these ecosystem. And I think Lawrence and myself, we are here to deliver that for you. So without wasting much time, let me go to the news. What were the key highlights of the past 1 week, and what are we also expecting for the coming week? So I'll go right ahead and share my screen right now. So let me share my screen. And remember, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, just post it on the chat, and make sure you join our Telegram community that we are building as well, because that's where we actually give you a daily crypto analysis of how the markets are moving, on how what to expect also within the week. So that it's actually Lawrence and myself doing it. So we are glad to offer that service as well. So I thought I'll be starting here and also ending here. This is a quote by Mahatma Gandhi, born in 1869, that is 2nd October, and he died in 1948, 30th January. So he said, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. I think that is a full cycle that crypto is actually undergoing. And more or less at the moment, it's around fighting you to winning. So that's where I think we are right now. So with that, I think I'll be ending with another similar quote as we get to finish. So let me start with the first news of this week that I saw it quite insightful, quite eye-catching. Dubai private equity firm to invest 4.8 billion of Bitcoin in Miami. So Miami has been coming out the last few months as one of the key states in the US that are actually going to accept crypto payment. Even the Miami county itself is going to be investing in crypto as a government entity. So IBC Group wants to spend 100 Bitcoins to help Mayor's Francis Suarez dreams of Miami crypto capital come true. So this is actually what I look at as a actual development that is coming up within the crypto ecosystem. When you find a mayor of a city coming up and saying they want to attract cryptocurrency firms and investment, that's a very smart forward-looking mayor who is like, okay, there's a whole crypto ecosystem coming up. How do my county get to enjoy that? And you see, they are laying out now regulations. So in brief, the Miami Mayor Francis Suarez has been making the rounds promoting his city as a global cryptocurrency hub. That's a very smart mayor that I can tell you for sure. As it turned out, investors are taking him seriously. And one of the key investors is now a IBC Group, a Dubai private firm that invests in real estate and technology, as earmarked 4.8 billion in Bitcoin for the Magic City. That is according to press released last week. So IBC will use the 100,000 Bitcoins to establish the Miami 2.0 blockchain strategy foundation that supports other projects. So that is quite a strong point coming from Dubai and also Miami. Secondly, in terms of contributions, in terms of doing good within the world, we have Cape Code's biggest hospital received an $800 Bitcoin donation. So crypto enthusiasts, crypto believers are not they're not mean, as you can say. I can see they're actually doing donations to hospitals. So following a benefactor's advice, the Massachusetts-based NPO opened an account capable of receiving crypto funds. So you can see they're actually accepting payment or rather donations in crypto. So Cape Code's leading medical center now accepts crypto. They opened a new crypto-ready account at the request of a long-standing benefactor. So crypto gifts could be widely accepted by all sorts of institutions reliant on public donations. So so far they've received, I think you can see over there, $800,000 worth of bitcoins in terms of donations. So that is quite good. It's actually quite commendable, and I'm sure you'll be seeing more of these more often than not in the coming days as we go by. So moving on to the next news that I had for us today, we also have another top UK, another top action house, Christie's, to accept either cryptocurrency for digital art sale. So I think these are it's in UK. I think we have guys from UK here, so I'm sure you may be aware of this crypto auction house. It's called Christie's. Has confirmed that it will accept either Bitcoin in form of cryptocurrencies for the art. So the British Action House has confirmed it is accepting either that is Ethereum, the native currency of the Ethereum network, as a form of payment for a coming digital art action. So there's going to be action coming up, and those maybe in the week, as I said, you can actually go see how it is handled out, and now they're going to do it. So it's not the first actually that you've seen art fairs or other art people actually getting payments in crypto. So I think that is amazing. So they called it every day is the first 5,000 days. The piece will be delivered to the buyer. I think that's one of the pieces that is actually to be sold within the auction. So if you're an art enthusiast, you can check them out and see how you can actually gain from that again. Moving forward across borders to Thailand. So Thailand is targeting cryptocurrency holders in plan to revive the tourism sector. So we've seen how COVID has really affected tourism and also hospitality. And Thailand now is becoming innovative. They're actually inviting, I think, guys from across Japan to come to Thailand to spend their bitcoins and also enjoy the Thailand ecosystem. So the Tourism Authority of Thailand, that's TAT, is set to target cryptocurrency holders in a bid to revive the country's tourism sector, which has heavily been affected by COVID-19 pandemic. So according to the Bangkok Post, the plan will target Japanese tourists initially, as they are considered to be the top holders of Bitcoin. The news outlet quotes data from Dialer Research from 2018 that show that 18% of Japanese own crypto assets, while the global coverage was 7%. So that is how some governments are actually thinking of solutions, thinking of
So we lost you, Louise. Can you still? I think internet again issues. Um, as we're waiting for Louise to come back, at least you can drop any questions you have on the chat room, and also you can, if you have any topic you want us to discuss for next week on Saturday Bitcoin 101, we can also drop over there. If you have any questions, again, you can always come back and ask in between the week. You can write to us, you can chat us and stuff. And of course, as Luis is sharing the news, he's in Uganda, he's in Kampala currently, and we have since election time, of course, the government did some measures to restrict internet use in Kampala. And these are some of the sanctions. That's why I love Bitcoin, because you can never ever do that to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's borderless, you can use it anywhere. It's censorship resistant. So that's one of the things I really do appreciate about Bitcoin, the freedom it gives you, that you have control of your wealth, you have control of your money, you have the freedom to use your wealth anywhere, anytime, without fear of censorship or intimidation. So here are some of the solutions that cryptocurrency came to solve. And of course, it was achieved when Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008, October 31st, he sent the white paper. So as you're waiting for Louis to come back, I think I can also maybe just check a few news, just as we call it a day. I think I can share with you also some few uh, some few news, so allow me to just do this as we're waiting for Louis to come back. Because I think if you can see how the world is developing and how things are going, um, you will totally understand that the digitalization shift is already here. It's already here and it's happening. Whether we believe it or not, it's happening. And of course, it's always good to really just watch what is happening out there, and then you can decide on a personal level, how can I really be part of what is happening across the globe? How can I be part of what is happening across the globe? I think there's one news I'm looking for. I saw this week on China CBDC, central bank digital currencies. China, they were launching something. I don't know who I shared that news with. Let me just see whether I can recall where I saw. Because there are three types of digital currencies, or like I always mention, there are three types of digital currencies. We have tokens and stable coins. We have CBDCs. CBDCs are central bank digital currencies. And I think a whole lot of countries that we are discussing today, most of them are in the process of coming up with digital currencies. And China already is past now the test phase. They are past the test phase in China. And what I saw yesterday, allow me to share my screen. I think I found it. As you're waiting for Louis to come back, let me just also share with you a few of the news that we saw. So this is one of the biggest news I saw this week, and of course you can read over here. China to test digital currency transaction with Thailand and UAE. They started piloting their digital currency end of last year, and now you can see now they are doing what? Cross-border tests. And CBDC is central bank digital currency. It's just literally the currency you have either in euros, dollars, or Kenya shillings, but on a digital format. Cryptocurrencies are fully decentralized. Tokens and stable coins are centralized, just like CBDCs. So basically, of course, you can see China, Hong Kong, Thailand, and United Arab Emirates announced they will be testing central bank digital currencies in cross-border payments. I think this is one of the news I saw. China is not looking back, or they are not even holding back anymore. They really want to take the digital yuan out there to the masses. Talking of digital yuan again, I saw in Africa, Morocco's central bank looks to launch its own digital currency. I think these are some of the things we were missing to see the last 12, the last 11 years. And you can see again, countries don't want to really be left behind, because it's either you join them, like Louis was saying, or you are left there. Square is owned by the founder of Twitter, announces fourth quarter and full year results. And I think I saw somewhere here they were talking about Square also announced a $70 million purchase in Bitcoin as part of its ongoing commitment to the cryptocurrency. So one thing I usually tell individuals, if you can see institutional investors putting that kind of money in Bitcoin, they have already proven that Bitcoin is not going anywhere, because that's a whole lot of risk they're taking. Some of these, like Square, is a company that it's big time, and they deal with a whole lot of in terms of transaction is very big. So they cannot be risking if Bitcoin really is a scam or a pyramid scheme or a bubble, or all these things that we read on the mainstream media. Moving on swiftly. Of course, Bodia and CIE and SCMA to offer cryptocurrency to their customers. Again, let me talk about something. There are four ways that money flows or wealth is distributed, especially when there's a new innovation. And money flows, number one, to people we call innovators and angel investors. These are high risk people. High risk people like Elon Musk. started PayPal, was an angel investor in Amazon, all these other things. He's an angel investor. These are people who are willing to put billions of money when an idea when nobody believes in an idea. Those are the people who make a lot of money when any investment comes on board. The second people to make money are corporates, institutions. So we are in the second phase of money flowing or wealth creation on blockchain and digital assets. Because since 2018, institutional investors are pumping a lot of money. And I'll give you a very good example. A few months ago, that is around September, the whole cryptocurrency market cap was around $480 billion. $480 billion. Today, if we check how much the cryptocurrency market cap is, you will be shocked that in the last around 5 months, institutional investors have pumped over $1 trillion, dollars. This is institutional money coming from wherever they had they invested in, diversifying into the cryptocurrency space. So number second, people who make money in the cryptocurrency space, I was saying, is who? Is the institutions. The third thing you'll see is government regulation and control in terms of crypto adoption. So government are the bad people to make money in any innovation curve. Why? They come with regulations, not to safeguard really people, but to collect taxes. Regulations are for tax collection. And the fourth people to make money are what we call the end users or the raggards. The end users or the raggards. People who are waiting for government to tell them Bitcoin is good so that they can come on board. We call them the end users. And of course, they don't really get to enjoy much. So I think Louis talked about Stone Ridge Age Bitcoin to diversify its alternative funds. I'll talk about JP Morgan. JP Morgan and Chase Bank note to client endorses 1% allocation to Bitcoin as a hedge. Institution, I'm talking about institution coming on board. So JP Morgan and Chase Bank is one of the biggest banks in the whole world. You can imagine if you are talking about 1% of allocation of what they are holding, you can imagine how much money will be flowing into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The state of Wyoming introduces bill for blockchain filing system. These are other use cases of blockchain. Let's remember, just like internet, the first use case was email. Now, the first use case of blockchain technology was cryptocurrency, but we will see a whole lot of other upcoming use cases of blockchain, especially this decade. Moving on swiftly, more Aussies invest in cryptocurrency than gold and silver. This is a survey that was done in Australia, and you can see a lot of people are now buying into cryptocurrency than they were buying gold and silver. Okay, it's good to note that. From there, I think those are the news I wanted to share with you as we are waiting for Louis to come back. I think he never managed to come back. So with that, if there is no question, somebody is asking, where are your offices? We are situated at Next Gen Mall, second floor, number 11. Next Gen Mall, let me just set that for you. Next Gen Mall, second floor. Suite 11. And I can share our website here also so that you can get our contacts for easier access of the office on the chat room. So that you can call before you come, just to make sure you don't come in. Maybe at times we have a session somewhere. So that's our website also. It has our contact, so you can either contact Louis or myself in case you have any question. So I want to end our session today there, Bitcoin 101. If there's any burning question, you can drop it on the chat, or maybe you can just raise your hand. I can open your mic so that you can ask a question. Remember, we always say Bitcoin 101, we don't promote anything, we don't sell anything. We are here for purely education, just to help people understand what is happening across the cryptocurrency space. I hope you found value today in our session. We were talking about crypto custody and crypto wallets. In case you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be able also to share with you more of the info that we have. We are students, we are not experts, we are also learning, but of course, these I think will be almost my 5th year in the space. So it's growing gradually and also learning each and every other day. So with that, if there's no question, I want to wish you a blessed weekend. I want to wish you very all the best in everything you're doing, and especially remember, do your own research before you get into the cryptocurrency space. DYOR. Do your own research. Don't follow pumps. For people who came in late, there's a chart I shared when I was talking about how cryptocurrency really flows, and a lot of us have lost a lot of quite good money for one reason. Because if you see what is happening currently, we are at where enthusiasm is, and public gonna come in, and what will follow after that is greed, delusion, and then the markets will correct back. So make sure you don't follow a pump. I've had people calling me asking me, can I buy Dogecoin just because it's down over 50 or 60% in XRP? So always do your own research. Glory is saying, can you? Yeah. Let me just share that again. Our Telegram handle, our TG handle. Let me just share with you so that you can join our channel. We do some very good analysis every day. But of course, we tell people it's not a financial advice. Always do your own research. Just 1 second to everyone. So you can join our Telegram channel, get to understand how the markets are also working. Also, we have this as recorded on YouTube. So if you go to our website and you click on Bitcoin 101, it will show you all the series we've done in terms of Bitcoin 101s. You can listen to them. You can learn what we've shared way before. And also, again, subscribe to our channels on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can join our page and Telegram. So with that, I want to wish all of you a great weekend. God bless you all. God bless your families. God bless your businesses and everything you intend to do. Let's keep learning. The crypto space is still very young. Control our emotions in terms of fear and greed. And then the only way you become sober in the space is if you have the right information. So keep your cups always half empty, and always keep learning. God bless you all. See you again next week on Saturday at 10, God willing.